Hi, it's Doug from Rise Above Performance Training. This video I'm going to follow up on the video we did last time. We did a lot of shoulder mobility and strengthening exercise with the band. However, I want to go over some things that you can use with the band for shoulders that are more stiff or frozen. Now, this isn't for people that have labral tears or rotator cuff injuries. This is more for shoulders that have been just locked in the joint. A lot of the inflexibility comes from the joint stiffness, and you got to find a way to release that joint a little bit, break up the adhesion so it moves a little more free. It's hard to do it with just simple stretching. You got to have a little bit of traction along with it. And if you're by yourself, we got to find a way to traction it. So what I like to use is the band. So one of the simplest ways is to take the band. It looks like the other one that we did where we rotate around, but I'm just going to get to a point where I can bring the band here. I got a little bit of tension. Now the band acts as an anchor. So what I'm going to do is kind of anchor a little bit of tension. I don't want too much strain. And all I'm going to do is kind of just lightly sort of roll my shoulders in and out, kind of moving that out. You can bring it to the side and just kind of move the shoulder. The band will give a little bit too, which is nice. That way I don't put strain on my shoulder and I can move in various directions. So I'm just kind of moving around, pull it down and back. Find areas that you're kind of inhibited in and just lightly work that area, moving around. You can kind of move single direction. So the next traction with the band for the shoulder, we're going to do a little bit more intense. So let's say your arm only gets up to here and you have a lot of restriction going into flexion. This one's also good too for compression injuries. We're going to do a traction with the band on the bar. So I'm going to just kind of wrap my hand in here a little bit. I'm going to get a stagger stance. Keep good posture as much as I can. And I'm going to kind of just move my shoulder a little bit, just gently, moving around, kind of contract, relax, pulling from my lat. And I want to feel as if this is pulling me towards the rack. I don't want it too intense. Way back here, it's ripping my shoulder out. I just want to nice and subtle. Again, just think of your band as like an anchor point. And the suppleness of the band is going to help you move in different directions. If I were just to grab in here and move it, I might not get those small movements that I need to kind of unlock the joint capsule. Another good one, if you've tested yourself, one hand external rotation, one hand internal rotation, you might have one side that's a lot more stiff, depending on how use and which one you favor, injuries and along those lines. So I like to use the band for that internal rotation. So I'm going to grab in here. So I'm going to use my other hand to kind of grab the band. I'm just pulling the band down and I'm going to grab it here. So again, I'm going to keep posture. And I'm just going to do light pulls and just moving around. If it opens up a little more, I'm just going to grab here and just grab in here. So the band's pulling me upward to help give that arm, pulling the shoulder down, give that arm a little bit more height back there. But again, I just want to kind of rock it around a little bit, using it for more leverage than anything else. And then you can get both sides. When you release, grab the other hand and just kind of gently release with it. So try those things out if you have a stiff shoulder. Those will really get in the joint if you want someone to kind of manipulate it for you and see if it kind of frees up your shoulders so you're able to bench press or overhead press a whole lot easier. Thank you very much.